This rainy night, we're going to do a little bit of a review on Sugarland Shine. Authentic Silver Cloud Moonshine from Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Okay. Obviously, I've sampled a little bit. And our goal is, I'm kind of making a self-challenge of, no matter the weather, we're going to try and do the reviews when we get a chance out here on my back deck. I've upgraded my chair a little bit. But yeah, it should be very interesting as winter comes on to see whether or not we can continue to do this. We'll try. At least we'll have things like this to keep us warm. But my wife's probably trying to catch the Deadpool shirt, knowing her. Actually, I've had a fair amount of moonshine in my life. Most of it authentic. Very authentic. Predates the show Moonshiners that has seemed to have spawned the craze for more and more of it. I've had some very, very good stuff in my life. I've had some stuff that would make rot gut seem tasty. This is actually pretty good. It's 100 proof, so it's definitely got a kick to it. There's, for raw moonshine, before it is processed into bourbon, that most of us would think of Jack Daniel's, Jim Beam, stuff like that. There's certain scents and odors that are muted once it's aged that are there with the raw moonshine. Those are there. It's got a little bit of sweetness to it, so I'm kind of wondering if they add a little bit of sugar to it. I'm not positive. It's not a super sweetness, but it's kind of a little bit sweeter than most moonshine I've had. It's not an awful lot. It's just a touch. Might be the reason, and it might be just a psychological sense with the name. The only way to drink moonshine, of course, is out of a mason jar. You get that bite and that scent that hits your nose, especially since this has been sitting on a warmer area. It just really hits you of the raw shine. Based on the flavor, it's a low rye mash, definitely a good corn mash. This is something that's nice to sip on. You're kicking back with a bunch of friends and stuff. I wouldn't have a problem sipping on this all night. I'd refrigerate it a little bit first. A lot of moonshines, refrigerating it actually helps a lot. Refrigerate it, kick back with your friends on a good night, relax with a bonfire, something of that nature. It brings back that idea. It's not mix it into anything. You can use it for a good apple pie or some other moonshine mix if you prefer those. But for a straight moonshine drink, I can see sitting back, kicking back with friends around a bonfire, passing a jar around, sipping on it, having some good times. That's actually pretty good. I wouldn't have a problem with that end on it. And especially somebody who doesn't like the sweeter things, that would be a very good idea with it. It's not too sweet, it's just, there's just a touch of sweetness to it that really kind of surprised me. When I first tasted it, I thought about it a little bit, and it kind of gets good. So definitely something worthy to try.